Hi, my name is Jatin Singh. I own and run SKYMET, India's first private sector weather forecasting company. Over the past 6 years, we've made a substantial impact to agriculture and power. We've made both these segments energy efficient to a certain extent. So now let me tell you how it works for 600 million Indian farmers. Right now, Nokia, through its Live Tools initiative, is providing weather forecasts to farmers in about 3,500 administrative blocks. Reuters Market Light, a section of Thomson Reuters, is also moving in the same direction. But I think we've barely scratched the surface. I think we can go much further. I think we can go much deeper. We can reduce the carbon emissions, we can reduce costs, and we can reduce the carbon footprint of 600 million farmers in India. The timing and quantity of rainfall makes a huge difference to their costs, and that is because of this, the tube well. You see, what has happened is, for farmers like Kolesar who irrigate on an average fields like this, 2.5 acres of land, him and his forefathers had been timing rainfall based on averages of 150 years. But those averages, because of climate change, are not the same. They're reworking themselves. So effectively what happens is that if it doesn't rain when they expect it to rain, they quickly start running diesel pumps that pumps the water. They use electricity which pumps the water, and they end up spending money and your emissions go up. Even though it might rain exactly 2 days after that, but they were not aware that it was going to rain. By us giving them forecasts chiefly on their cell phones, they time their irrigation, they're able to budget their irrigation requirement, and they use rainwater far more effectively.
फोन के द्वारा एसएम पे हमें पता चल जाता है कि आज मौसम कैसा रहेगा। अगर बारिश होने को होती है तो हम स्प्रे वगैरह नहीं करते हैं। अगर बारिश नहीं हो रही होती है तो हम स्प्रे करते हैं। जो फसल में दवाई वगैरह छिड़कनी होती है उसका स्प्रे। और बारिश हो रही होती है तो हमें पंप नहीं चलाना पड़ता है, जिससे हमारी डीजल और बिजली बच जाती है। और ये सब फ़ोन के द्वारा हमें पता चलता है।
Between the year 1900 and the year 2000, there was one drought per decade on an average. Between 2000 and 2009, there have already been 3. Global warming is changing the fortunes of the Indian farmer, but we here at SKYMET can help them through it. Our weather and climate forecasts can be more accurate, they can be longer in range, but we need more resources so that we can avoid this. The amount of energy a city consumes, especially in India, is dependent on the temperature. And that is why energy is such an important vertical to us. We tell city utilities what the weather will be like, and then they forecast their load and buy only as much energy, which then translates to only as much coal or gas that will be burned by the generator to be consumed in this city. Now we're actually going beyond just weather forecasting. We're going to make a load forecasting system. We call it SE+. We will be installing that soon at one of the major utilities in the city. Over the past 3 years, we have saved 4 electrical utilities in this country about $100 million. SKYMET is helping electrical utilities and trading companies harness wind energy more effectively. You see, what happens is, in the open exchange, every city utility in India books power with a generator. With a coal-based generator, a utility is sure that X amount of coal is equal to X amount of energy. But with wind, you can't store wind. It is not that tangible. You need to forecast it. And what we're trying to tell utilities is that you can be sure of the amount of energy that you'll get from a wind farm, because we will forecast the wind for you and give you the amount of megawatts that a particular wind farm will generate on a particular day. What happens is that there are still inbuilt inefficiencies. For example, a Delhi-based utility, because it does not have knowledge about the wind in the south, about a particular wind farm in the south, will still go ahead and book power from a gas or a coal-based plant. But now he will know that there is renewable energy available at a cheaper rate with lesser emissions that he can buy and completely bypass the need of a coal or gas-based energy system on a particular day. We here at SKYMET are 44 people strong. We have 22 clients spread across agriculture, telecom, power, insurance, shipping, and television. But we want to do far more cooler things, like a very powerful weather-based decision support system for utilities, like a television channel dedicated to the reporting of weather information and agriculture information to the legions of small, semi-literate and illiterate farmers in this country. SKYMET is not an idea or a concept. It is a business. It has a brand name. It has customers and profits. It is an idea that is built on the belief that we can reduce the emissions of 1 billion people.